What's going on? We back for another episode. Eltis, LT. I always
Sir.
call you Eltis, bro. And we got a special friend of mine, Joe
Mm-hmm.
Turner.
Gang.
So it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure finally to have you on. I was always looking forward. You were one of the guests, bro. I was always looking forward to have on, bro, because you know about sports. So we could
My
go
dog, I
for hours
appreciate
on
you,
this
man.
stuff, bro.
Nah,
How
for
you
I'm
sure.
been?
blessed. I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed, man. I can't complain. I always say if you start, you can't complain, and if you start complaining, don't nobody listen to you anyway. So,
Right. Right.
Yeah, one
so
thing you were very positive dude. That's why I always like appreciate you like for that.
my dog, I appreciate that, bro. For real,
Yeah,
appreciate
for
that
sure.
for real.
Yeah,
So
K Sam's definitely been telling me, we gotta get Coach Joe. We gotta get that man Joe on here. We gotta get Joe. I'm like, bro, which Joe you talking about? Who's Joe? Like, and it's like it's crazy because it's like that's another thing about the DMV. It's like so much familiar faces, and it's
Right,
like we've definitely met plenty of times, and it's like
for
I'm
sure.
like, who's Joe? And then when I just finally seen you before we even started this party, I was like, you talking about this Joe? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Nah,
crazy, bro. It's
alright.
crazy how everything coming full circle, bro.
Yeah,
Like
it does. It
it's
does.
OC, bro.
you know, Joe knows us and he knows all the other East Africans in the area. So
Yeah,
You,
you already
y'all
know.
family. That's family. That's
that's
family.
what's
That's
up, man.
family. That's
That's
family,
love,
Yeah.
bro.
bro. That's love.
All day
So
long, bro. All day
so
long.
so for those who don't know, Joe is a high school varsity coach at Centerville High School, and I've known you what? Oh my bad, the camera dropped. But I've known you for what since high school, towards the end of high school, Nova days. We all went to community college together.
We
Me,
all
Joe,
went to
and
community college.
all of East
All of
Africa.
us.
So
Yes.
you know, so I know
we
from
was out
then.
that Joe. We was out that
Oh
Joe
man,
parlaying for sure. For
for
sure.
That's
sure,
Yes.
bro.
crazy.
Yes.
Since then I already knew automatically like how passionate you were about sports, especially even our
Mm-hmm.
local teams. So that's why we
Mm-hmm.
always we're connected. We always debated people in between classes. You know what I'm saying about sports.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that was a constant, bro. And then you know like so I'm not even. That's why I'm not even surprised you got into coaching, right? Just because you
Mm.
already had the knowledge of the game, not as just a fan, but like even when it came to analytics and just all that good stuff, when I think about like good coaches, because
Mm.
I know a little something about sports, you know what I'm saying?
Hold
But
on. You talking?
what
You talking?
so when I think about good coaches, you see that those good coaches are great communicators, great storytellers. They have a certain personality where people can like gravitate towards them. So
Mm.
that's why and you had those qualities too, even just by knowing you before even thinking like you were going to become a coach, right? So like that's
Right.
why mainly it wasn't surprising that you went into coaching. But that's why I want to ask you is
You know what? Hold
when
up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
what's
Never
up?
mind. I was gonna say, man, we trying to get to know. They trying to know who Joe is. I was trying to go
Yeah, for
back
sure.
to like Joe. Let us know where you from. You know, where you were raised, born. Stuff like
Huh.
that before you even get to coaching. I
Oh,
know.
for sure. I mean,
You gotta know.
honestly, my name is Joe Turner. I reside and I grew up in Alexandria, Virginia. My mother, she from DC, so we was parlaying back and forth. What I'm saying, over the years or whatever. But uh, I reside on for Esser Road. Esser Road, I lived there for about 10, 12 years. Shout out E
VA.
Road, you know what I'm saying, out there, off of there by Van Dorn. We really used to get it in over there. We really used to get it in
Oh
over there.
man.
Yeah.
But that was where I grew up, man. It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot of you know, I was super, into you had to find out ways to do things on your own, right? So my mom used to just give us the blueprint, and y'all had to figure it out. Like my mom used to tell us all the time, like
Mm.
if you gonna get in trouble, that's on you. Like that's on you. You know what I'm saying? So she used to give us the blueprint, man. And I met a lot of people, um, and basically, like I've seen a lot in my life that put me in the position that I'm in today. I
Mm.
feel like I'm a blessed individual. I gave my shahada back in February, And
Interesting.
yeah, I
Yeah,
did, bro. I did.
we're gonna get there for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. And, I gave him a shahada back in February, but I've always been around the Muslim culture. I've always been around the Islamic faith.
You was in
And
Etzel.
that's yes, yes, exactly. But
Look,
like
hey,
the thing is, but I don't never defer from any other religion. I think every religion is based off of what they do and how they do things. But because of who I am and where I came up and who I grew up around, they put the culture in front of me, and it was a beautiful thing. So I've
Yeah.
always thought that you guys were always well respected, and I respect the both of you. I
us,
respect your
man.
culture. I respect the family, and I've always been that type of person. But yeah, man, I grew up in Alexandria, dog. Like y'all already
You
know
already
how it
know.
was out there, bro. Y'all knew how it was out there, bro. It's a dog eat dog world out there, bro.
It
You
Bro.
already know.
is.
Yo,
It
one
is.
thing about Joe, though, this area, about when we joan on each other, but man, one of those guys you don't want to get into a joning battle with. This guy, him and Dom. Those are the guys.
Hey, shout out my man
uh,
Dom, bro. That's my dog. Like
yeah.
me and Dom, we've been brothers 15 years, bro. And it's the same exact energy every single day. We gonna
That's good.
flame each other. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the
Literally.
same energy. That's my dog for
Hilarious
life.
duo, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Hilarious
All our
duo.
childhoods were like that, bro. Especially growing up in the DMV, no matter where you were. Like I was in Maryland when I was growing up.
Right.
Jonah was like literally people used to be Twitter famous off Jonah.
Yes, bro. That's how
Like
it was, bro. You just had to let people know
crazy.
what it was. You had to
It's
let people
We had
know
to
what
take
it
it on the
was.
yeah, yeah. Even Twitter, we had to take it to Twitter world too. When that came out, oh man,
Sharp.
there's no
I'm
mercy,
sorry. I'm sorry.
man.
No bull, bro.
um, where
Oh
did
yeah,
you
this some.
go ahead, Qasim?
Go ahead. No, no, no. Go ahead, LT.
I was gonna say like where did you went to school? Where did you go to school or
So I moved to Annandale, where I lived out of Alexandria, Essa Road. At the time, we went to Annandale. So I went to Annandale for 4 years, played varsity basketball. Um, what made me fall in love with the sport of basketball was um, the time that it took me to, put forth an effort to get better at the sport. I've always been about, putting forth an effort and doing your best. But when I found out that I was actually good at basketball, I really took the time to really work on my body, work on my mind, and work on things that I needed to continue to play at a high level. I went to Annandale High School. We were very successful while I was there. Um, Shout out to all my guys that played on the basketball team. We made our runs to where we wanted to go. Um, but yeah, man, I was a
how,
basically I knew my role. I'm
how
sorry,
much
go
you
ahead.
average?
In high school,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
My
he's.
senior year, in high school, I cracked double figures for the first time.
Hey,
But it was after high school that like it really started to pencil in for me. Like when I started turning 18 and 19, like basketball really started getting really like it was OC,
yeah.
and playing in different leagues and playing in pro leagues and pro-ams and stuff like that. It really got saucy for me, and it put it really gave me a name for myself, not only for myself but for my brand that I wear on my sleeve every single day, and it just basketball really puts me in a great mood. Um, I'm always about positivity and and wanting to do better for everybody else. So basketball has always been that for me, bro, for
No,
sure.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. And not only that, it's like basketball is a way of life. You know
It
what I'm
is,
saying?
bro. It
It's
is.
Yeah.
It
like
is.
your team, your family, your grind, your hustle. You know,
Absolutely.
it applies to like everyday things we have to deal with in life.
For sure. For sure.
So it's like,
Absolutely.
I get it when you say you've got attached to basketball and it's just been like your motivation, your push. Your just like something that stuck with you and it's like your passion. You know what I'm trying to say? So
Yes, exactly. I was never the best. I was never the best person. but
It's
I
not
never
about
wanted to. I never wanted to get outworked,
Mm.
and I always wanted to make sure that I put my best foot forward every single time.
that's that
And
mind.
that's what changed. That's what really separated me over everybody else, for sure.
No, that's what's
Yeah.
up.
It kind of definitely like it kind of like shaped you into like even wanting to become a coach. Like there's like steps and levels you got to go through, and it's like
Hmm.
then you kind of realize, oh, I could do this coaching thing, and that's what I kind of actually wanted to ask you was like, when was it, and like, and what was that moment that you realized I'm gonna go into coaching?
Well, honestly, man, it was kind of crazy. Like you always want to be around a game that you love, right? So I always wanted to be around hoops. So it was like one of those things where it was I was basically like, damn man, like I can really coach the game of basketball. And when I found that
Yeah,
out, I was, coaching AAU with my homeboy, and it was like I was making adjustments on the fly, and I'm like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
daggone, like I'm making adjustments on the fly, and it's really, it's working. I was like, what's going
Mm,
on? And I always had uh, like I always could relate to kids, right? What they
mm,
were going through, how they were doing it, what it was doing, like what they were going through, and it was always something so fulfilling for me. So I was like, man, I'm gonna
mm,
start coaching. And once I started to like really start to build a genre in my head of what to do, how to do it, when to do it, counters,
mm.
and all that stuff like that, I became very successful, bro.
Yeah, because you moved like quite quickly. I don't. You could remind us too, like when you like your first coaching job, because
Yeah,
you weren't a varsity coach, high school head coach right away, but I think
no,
your growth would happen so fast. Well, at least from
it
my
it
perspective, it
it
happened so
did
fast.
it did, bro. So I was at
Yeah.
Annandale at first, my alma mater. I was at Annandale at first. Left Annandale after 2 years. Went to Edison for a year, and then when I
Mm,
left the Edison, I went to Centerville. Shout out to my man Kevin Harris that gave me an opportunity to go under his wing.
mm-hmm,
Um, and he really instilled in me the type of basketball that I wanted to do and how I wanted to look at things. And I was
yeah.
there for 5 years. I was the head assistant under him. And then when he stepped down, um, they gave me the job last year. Last year was my first official job as the
Wow.
head varsity basketball coach. Yeah.
Well, that's what's up.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. It's a blessing, man. Alhamdulillah, man. It's
Yeah.
really a blessing.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
really it has been, so fulfilling for me. And and I'm so eager to see what it brings, bro. Seriously.
Yeah.
no, but we're eager to see what, you know what I'm saying, Coach Joe comes out after all
Exactly.
this, you know what I'm saying? The resume, man, later on, man, it's crazy because it's
I'm
like,
trying, man. The goal, I have goals in my life.
of
I have
course.
things that I wanna I wanna really, hose down on and really, grind and make sure that I do. So like, this is a great stepping stone. I became a head coach before the age of 30. So
Mm,
like that's
yeah.
another stepping stone for me that I was that really, instilled in me that like, damn man, Joe, you actually know what you was doing, bro. Like it's very
Yeah.
humbling for me, bro. Very humbling.
Yeah. And
That's what's up.
it's not even surprising, like to maybe for you it was kind of surprising, but to see how you like got a head coaching job so quickly and even be
Hmm.
like you said
Hmm.
before 30 is not surprising because like knowing you knew the game, bro. You knew how to explain it. Like there's another thing, knowing the game and even knowing how to like explain it to people. That's just
Hmm.
another thing, and you always had that in you. So it's like I'm glad to see you coaching. I'm glad to see you like having the success you are having so far. Because for you, when it comes to coaching, I think the sky's the limit, bro. Like I can't wait to have you on our show while you're coaching in the NBA, bro. Like,
That's
that's
love,
what I can
bro. I
definitely
need
see,
to
man.
have it, man. And that's the
Yeah,
goal, bro. Like that's what I see. That's the big horizon, man. Is
yeah,
getting an opportunity to coach in the NBA, man. Come on, dog. Like what I'm saying. Like I
For
would,
sure.
you couldn't tell me nothing at that point, bro.
for sure,
You
bro.
couldn't
Yeah,
tell
no,
me nothing at
Yeah,
that
nothing
point, bro.
happen, bro. You just stick with the vision. I feel like ain't no stopping. And plus, you come from a basketball background. You're a
yeah.
player. Right? So after
Right.
high school, did you play in like a college or something, or?
So I went to Nova. I did 2 years at Nova. Um, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. School wise, you know what I'm saying? I was young, I was dumb, I wasn't acting in what I was supposed to. So that kind of took a toll on me, and I was just like, you know what, let me just really hose down on, um, coaching and playing in leagues, trying to play in the ABA, trying to get signed. Like, I did a whole bunch of stuff, man. I tried to play for the Beltway Bombers and the DC Warhawks and a whole bunch of ABA teams that I tried out for, and I was trying to make my name, quote unquote. That, you know, and it didn't pan out, right? You know, politics, it is what it is, man. Like I felt like at the time I was young, I was actually at my peak of like playing. Like I thought I was like really, I thought I was really legit, honestly. But you know, it's not what it's sought to be sometimes. Right. And you know, I understood that, I got that, and you know, I picked up, you know, the pen and pad and started really trying to jot down what I can do as a better human, as a better coach, and that's where my lane took. Like, don't get it twisted. I still get out on the floor. I still play all the time. I still, you know, I play against the pros. I train pros. I train elite college guys. I train the high school kids. Like, I still do a lot of stuff involving basketball. And honestly, if somebody slip up if they won, I'll bust their ass on the court for sure.
Hey, I'm not gonna front. You're a dog on the court, bro.
Yeah,
right, dog. I appreciate you, man. It's very humbling, man. But like, basketball is something that I really enjoy doing, and like, it's like with anything that people enjoy, like, you do it to your best ability. So like, that's what I look at it.
No, and like, it shows, like, it's a good example too. Like, when, you know, someone, they know they love what you know, they know what they love to do. And it's like now trying to figure out how they can harness that and, you know, and do that for their future. And it's like a lot of people don't realize or pivot through that. They don't realize that they get frustrated and give up. But you know, you realize that I can coach. Let me try this out. And it all like comes together. It all falls together eventually, you know?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. That's why I'm blessed, man. I really can't complain, bro. I'm not going to complain. Like, everything happens for a reason, and that's how I look at things.
And you took your shahada, you know, they say in Islam, you know, Allah doesn't give you what you want, He gives you what you need. You know, so going back to what you were saying in terms of, you know, you try to go to these or, you know, try out for these teams and whatnot. And, you know, it wasn't it, or it never, what's it called? You can be an average player, right? And play your whole life as an average player, right? But coach can really be where you need to be. And you be one of the best coaches in not just the city, like the whole country. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's like,
bro, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's how I look at things, man. And that's how I continue to look at them. That's what I want to keep doing. And, you know, life comes at you in different ways, man, different aspects and different genres, bro. You just got to continue to keep progressing, and that's what I'm gonna do, bro. Regardless of the situation that I'm in, I'm gonna be blessed, I'm gonna be positive, and I'm gonna just keep it moving.
Yeah, no, that's facts. That's facts.
You know, that's you know, when it comes to your coaching, you know, your growth was fast, so that means, you know, you improved quickly on certain things. But what was like those you know, that kind of caught you off guard when you became a coach? What were those things that the challenges you faced during coaching? Like, ooh, I gotta like hone in on this, like I need to improve, or like what were the challenges you faced early on?
Honestly, man, so all the coaches that I have coached against, I played against. So like they were coaches while I was a player.
Oh, that's what's up.
So when seeing them, you know, and trying to make adjustments and counters off of what they were doing and how they were doing it, that was the biggest like adjustment for me. I was like, daggone, man, like I really got to try to figure out how to, you know, make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, bro. Like, it's not it was crazy, man. Like, one time we played Lake Braddock, and Coach Mitris, he's been there for, you know, almost 40 years, bro. He's been there forever. But he was there. Yeah, bro. He was there. He was there when I was in high school. So he came up to me before the game, and he was like, I remembered you as a player.
That's great.
And I was like, and now I'm head coaching against him.
That's
he's one of the
right.
So he's one of the moguls, like the idols of the DMV basketball, like in Virginia, bro. Like people know who Coach Mitris is. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I knew. I was like, all right, Joe, you might be on to something, bro. But like that was the biggest adjustment. Just trying to counter and adjust to things that, you know, these guys that I've seen coach and they've seen me play, that was the biggest adjustment, bro, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's crazy because it's like now this is a coach that remembered you as a player and whatnot, and you just literally somewhat basically on his level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
You said an icon in the DMV or VA or whatnot, but like that just shows you're a step closer to your goal.
Yeah, man, and it's love, bro. Like it's cool, man. I'm I'm happy, bro. I can't be mad, man. It's.
Was there any time where, like, you know, you were coaching against, you know, a coach you played against? It was like you want to get revenge on them, like, you know.
Absolutely, bro.
That's competitive. Whether you
There's
want
time, yeah, man. I'm a competitor at the end of the day, man. I want what's best for my kids. I want what's best for me. And that's how I look at things. But absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Speaking of your kids and the team, like what age groups have you done like throughout your coaching career?
Oh man.
How far high do you go? And how low do you go?
So high school, I coach high school, of course, varsity basketball. That's the top tier of high school. But I've done 13 and under, 14 and under for AAU. I train pros, guys that are playing in the G League, guys that are playing overseas. I'll mention their names later. But I really try to, you know, differentiate like what I do and how I do things. So I get the both of best worlds. So honestly, I mean, it's cool, bro. Like I try to do it all. I try to do all I can. I try to stay by the game as much as I can. So
you got to.
When you're coaching, you know, when you varsity coach, like, you know, when you're coaching the guys and stuff, are you the type of coach that coaches to your players like strengths and weaknesses, or you try to have them fit into a system?
I mean, honestly, bro, it's all about strengths and weaknesses, man. And this is how I look at things. This is how I was brought up. Strengths and weaknesses is a big thing. Nowadays, this generation, some coaches want you to play in the system. Some coaches want you to do things, but I don't think that gives you the full potential of who you are as a basketball player. So I'm the type of coach that coaches as we go. If you're messing up and you're making the mistakes, let's correct those mistakes then, so we don't have to go through those again. And systematic coaching doesn't put you through that. It doesn't put you through challenges. It doesn't put you through obstacles. And as young men, these kids have to start to understand what they got to go through to grow up to be men. You see what I'm saying? So like the negativity, the obstacles that they go through, the challenges that they go through in basketball games, how they have to overcome things. You can't overcome those in systems. Play your game. Let's figure out how we can make you better as a basketball player and make you better and make the team better as an aspect of that. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's good, because like I'm sure coaching these kids, right? You know, it's like you gotta have patience, a lot of patience. I'm sure to test your patience and stuff like that.
Man,
so, like,
do it. Test my patience, bro. I be ready to put my shoes on. Like, bro, this is how you do it, bro. Like, golly, man. Like, y'all blow.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
been there, bro.
I ain't never coached or nothing, but like a while back, this is way before COVID. I used to work at an aftercare program, right? So it was like an aftercare, like extended daycare counselor, like for kids. It's a private school in Washington, D.C. It's like basically watch the kids after the school's over, whose parents can't pick up. You know what I'm saying? But in general, kids, man, I'm not gonna lie, LT love the kids, man. You see what I'm saying?
Got to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they're vibe, right? But at the same time, man, I ain't gonna trying to get them.
The patience is tested, yeah.
Obviously, it's two different fields. You know, you got, you know what I'm saying, coaching, somewhat conscious enough to understand, you know, right from wrong, blah, blah, blah. But in general, like just the whole fact of watching kids in general, making sure they're doing what they're supposed to do, whether it's basketball or what's it called. It's a job, man. It's a job.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then like, you got to deal with personalities, and this kid thinks he's great, and this kid thinks he's great. This kid thinks he's great. So, I break kids down to the point where they are all on the same level, and I bring them back up. So when we're back up, everybody understands who they are. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at things.
That's a sign of a leadership right there, bro.
My dog,
those
I
qualities right
appreciate
there,
you,
man.
bro.
So,
I
but
appreciate
even though you get tested with patience, like you brought up with players thinking they're better. So like the ego, that's what I also wanted to ask you. Like, how is it coaching? Like these guys, I'm sure they're like, man, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about when a coach,
Right.
But for you, but like you're a great communicator, so they gravitate towards you, and you're younger, like closer to their age. You're not like an old head just yelling at them. So I'm sure like I'm sure it's like
that's facts.
Well, I would assume that you face those challenges kind of less often, but like, how is it though coaching kids with these egos?
Man, I'm telling you, this generation has been it's not a game, bro. Because everybody wants to be great. Everybody doesn't have roles. Everybody don't understand their roles. So as a coach and a public school coach at that, you really got to try to get these kids to understand their role and what they do, how they do, and why they do it. And that's the biggest. That's one of the biggest adjustments for this that we go through. And once you start to build that, and then they start to trust, you and what you're saying, sky's the limit. But at the end of the day, I'm like, look, I'll put my sneakers on and I'll show you something.
Hey, have you ever played somebody one-on-one? Have you ever played
like challenged you?
I have. It was out of love. It was out of love.
Yeah,
of course. One of my kids that I had, you know what I'm saying? He thought that Coach Joe, what I be posting on IG, they thought that it was fluke, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, listen, bro, I'm a little bit overweight now, but back in the day, I really used to do this. And I had to really show him one time, like, Chief, let me tell you something. I will really bust your ass, real life. It's been there. I've been there. So it's most definitely had to happen before. But like I said, the kids respect who I am. They respect who I am because of how I present myself to them. I'm not disrespectful. I want what's best out of them. I keep it always 100 and honest, and that's what they need, bro. That's what they need.
Yeah, that's facts. In terms of coaching, you ever coach like women before, or like you know what I'm saying, girls basketball?
No, I've never coached girls basketball, but I've always watched girls basketball. My sisters, they both played basketball. I always watched them growing up. A bunch of my friends in college played basketball. I watched them growing up. So girls basketball was always something that I watched, man. I enjoyed it, you know what I'm saying? So I've never coached girls basketball now.
You mentioned sisters. How many siblings, or like you got? I didn't even know you had siblings.
Yeah, man, I got two sisters, one older, one younger. They're like my best friends in the world. Tiffany and Lorraine, those my dogs for life, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Family wise, we've been through a lot in the last year and a half. But me and my sisters, we really came together and got closer than we were before. And it's a blessing to be in the situation that we're in now, because last year it was a tough situation that we was in, but we overcame it. So
we're glad you are at a better place now, man.
My dog, I appreciate you, Brody. Real loud.
So
knowing you, how like you and your siblings, you can tell that like you guys are tight knit. And like those videos, dancing videos you do with your sister on IG, bro, hilarious. Y'all be killing it though.
No, my dog, I appreciate you, bro. She gets mad at me a lot, bro.
But you have to see it.
Yeah.
My sister gets mad at me a lot because, a dance that'll take us 5 minutes take us 5 hours because I can't really get right. And she be like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, my bad, bro. Like, I gotta get better, bro. My bad, bro. Yeah. Once I get right, though, we get right, bro. We really get after it, bro.
No, literally, you just came to us in our field. You know what I'm saying? We get it.
Right.
We be in them videos, bro, trying to get it in, making sure everything going straight, And every time it's like a certain thing. Is it your sister that be wanting the video perfect, or you be like the perfect?
My sister wanted. I be like, bro, that joint is sweet, bro. Like, don't leave it alone.
Yeah, we're good.
I do it again. I'm like, bro.
I feel that, but nah, we get it. Definitely, like up to like the smallest thing in a mini hoop video.
Right.
Like the ball will go and then a hand will be blocking there, some redo, gotta
little
do the whole thing.
details.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
we get that, man.
I know, Brian. I know Sophie wanting Jones to be looking sweet. So I already know. He'd be like, nah, we gotta do it again. Nah,
Yeah,
we gotta do it again.
You
I
can do it
already know
again.
so, bro. I'm already
he's
shocked.
effort,
I'm
man.
shocked.
You got to get it perfect, you know.
Yes,
So
yes.
Yo, but Joe, when it, like again when it comes to coaching too, what are those? Who are the coaches though that you like look up to or like want to like be like, or you know, just who you look up to? What coaches? It doesn't even matter what level too. It
Honestly,
could be high
man.
school, NBA,
Right.
anything.
Honestly, man. If I wanted to say who I look up to, it's definitely got to be Kevin Harris, man. Kevin Harris brought me in a situation that he got me out of a situation that I'm very, very fortunate for him for doing that. He taught me so much for basketball, taught me so much how to be a man. um, and that's one of my best friends for the rest of my life, bro. And I really appreciate what he's done for me and how
Hmm.
he's really put me through situations to get out of, and he showed me things that I didn't know that who I was as a man. Um,
Hmm.
another dude is my boy Trey Ford. Trey has been one of my bros for years, man, and who he is as a person and what he does to motivate the
Yeah,
youth is absolutely one of the most outstanding things that I've ever seen. And I admire his motivation. I admire him what he does for his family and for his brand. Um, but then there's one person that in my younger days that really made me feel like basketball was something I could do for the rest of my life. And that was Donnell Boyce. Shout out Coach Boyce. He was like a father figure to me. Um,
hmm,
and he really instilled a type of basketball environment for me that I will take with me for the rest of my life. He showed me so many things that I didn't even know that I can do, and
hmm.
it was a blessing for him to God works in mysterious ways, and those three people really put a stamp on my coaching life and me being a man.
That's real, man.
well, that's facts, bro, and that is real. And on top of that, it's like the what you mentioned about father figure. Coaches are father figures, man.
Yes, bro.
Uh,
Hmm.
Yes.
I,
And like
I,
and I'm sorry to cut you off,
I'll
but
go ahead, go ahead,
I
go ahead.
never, no, I never put myself in positions to make my kids feel like I'm trying to father them, but I
Right.
do want
Hmm.
them to understand that I want what's best for them. And if
Yeah.
that means that I have to be stern and show you love, then that's what it
Yeah.
means, bro. And that's how fathers
Yeah.
are. I got a
Yep.
5-year-old myself. I got a 5-year-old daughter myself, man. And I try to show her the tough love, but for her to understand that the reason why I'm showing you this tough love, because when you get to the age where you're doing things on your own, you got to understand that it's going to be tough and there's going to be challenges, but
Yeah.
overcoming things as a human being, we all do, bro. So
Yeah. No, that's facts. It's because we already mentioned how like basketball is a way of life and how it applies, and people might not notice it and whatnot, but like the coach literally plays the whole team, which is the family's father
right,
figure.
Hmm.
So it's like
right,
you take so much roles, responsibility, and it's like the kids really understand like you're their
Yeah.
go-to. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy because I used to go to high school in you're a coach, so you might know some, but a high school in Maryland called Northwestern High School.
are you in Northwestern?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
where
okay.
Len
Yeah.
Bias, I'm saying a while
Yeah, yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That one. We had a coach called Burke. May God rest his soul. He had recently passed away off of COVID, like back in
Oh.
2020. But it's like
Oh.
I remember I used to be on what I'm saying, when with the games and everything. It was like he was like in the school, he was the coach, basketball coach, and he was a
Mhm.
counselor.
Hmm.
Coaches in schools are always either
Yeah,
counselor
for
with the.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So yeah, so it's like just in general in school, like that was everybody's go-to. Like,
Hmm.
coach, you want to skip class? chill with him in his office. You wanted to, you wanted to do this, whatever it
that's
may be.
exactly who I am, bro. That's exactly who
Something,
I am,
you
bro.
go to his office. You know what I'm saying? You really like need something of like, you know, school wise or like a teacher to sign off something. You go to Coach Burke. So it's like I get that like coaches play a big role in like, you know what I'm saying, the whole teams and like it's just a community thing. Like wherever community you in, whether it's you're coaching in a school or you're coaching in a league or whatever it may be, they play a big role. So my next thing I wanted to say is that you a man on a mission, right? And we get recently you said you got a job where one of your milestones you hit, you got a job.
Yeah, I became a head coach before the age of 30.
30, exactly. And I get, you know, the kids motivate you. You know what I'm saying? The kids have to be the motivation in a way, you know, your family's motivation. But I want to ask you in the aspect of coaching itself. Like we're, you know what I'm saying, we're entertainers, you know, we try to make sure we stay motivated in terms of podcasts, in terms of keep pushing, in terms of being creative and whatnot. And I wanted to ask you in terms of the coaching aspect, despite the kids being the motivation and, you know, family and trying to get to a better place and whatnot, what keeps you consistent and going within coaching? You know what I'm trying to say? Within you trying to break these milestones and become the next biggest.
Honestly, LT, my biggest motivation is myself.
Yeah, that's facts.
I've been counted out a lot in my life, man, aside of basketball. I've been counted out a lot, you know, spoke down upon, disrespected because of who I am as a person. And it motivates me to show others that regardless of what you think, I'm going to be who I am. You see what I'm saying? And I'm motivated by that. I'm motivated by the people that are around me, that I put around me, that see who I am for real and really, you know, get to know who Joe Turner is, bro. Because that's what motivates me the most. I bet on myself a lot. I bet on myself a lot, man, in life in general. And it's going to pay off in due time. And that's one of my that's a great question, bro. Like, I definitely motivate myself, bro. That's real.
Yeah, no, you know, because it's like, regardless of what it is, you know what I'm saying, whoever we even have as guests on the podcast, everybody has some type of passion, whether it's coaching, whether it's us with entertainment, whether it's other people. And it's like, you know, we go through life. We not living in two different worlds. Me and you, we in the same world, right? We in the same loop, we in the same system, we in the same. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I be sometimes inspired by hearing what people got to say in terms of like what pushes them, you know? Because it's not like, and I'm not gonna say like I'm perfect or, you know, anybody is, but it's just in terms of consistent. Nobody really is perfect, but everybody is fighting in their own way. You see what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
Most of the time, it's like we don't get to say that much. You know what I'm saying? We don't even, you know what I'm saying, talk about it much. Or sometimes people don't even want to talk about it. But I like to hear, you know what I'm saying, if people want to say about it or talk about it, to definitely, you know what I'm saying, bring it up. But I respect that, bro. It's like, especially the count it out, you know what I'm saying? It applies, you know, you just prove not to anybody but to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro. And that's how I look at things, man. And that's how I keep it pushing. That's how I keep it moving, bro. And that's life, man. I don't really like to, you know, dwell on things. I don't want to do that. Whatever God puts in front of me, I'll do my best to conquer it. And that's how I look at life, bro.
No, that's what's up.
Yeah, LT, you know, when you said about the coach that you're talking about from your high school, how he was a counselor and all this stuff, it reminded me, like, you know, coaching is a big job, but then coaching is like what, maybe 10-20% of it. Like, there's so much more to coaching people don't know. Like that's why when I said, like, you had already the qualities, Joe, when of like being a leader, you know, being able to communicate, you know, having a certain personality people can gravitate towards. All these things are important because you need other things outside like that, like fulfill that coaching job, you know?
For
So it's
sure,
like
for
much
sure.
bigger. You're raising kids, you know, you gotta teaching them to become men and all this stuff. So it's like people don't realize that coaching there's a lot more to it that you have to have, and that's why like
Absolutely, bro.
I see it so meant for you though.
My man, I appreciate you though, for sure.
Yeah, man.
No, I mean, like we said, coaching, it ain't no easy job, man. And I've watched kids before, so I get the responsibility, man. And,
Yeah.
you ever feel like you said you have a kid?
I have a 5-year-old daughter. Yeah.
Okay, you have a daughter.
This is twin.
My twin, bro. She really is.
You ever feel like some of the stuff you do at home applies with the basketball and the coaching?
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely,
bro.
You ain't never try to compare.
Honestly, she might be smarter than some of those kids that I deal with, bro. She just, at the end of the day, that's my
daughter play better than you.
Right, but like at the end of the day, that's my daughter, bro. So like,
of course.
How I say things to her and how I try to, get her to understand things is a little bit different. Yeah, but it definitely applies to the same thing, bro, for sure.
Yeah. I'm sure even like you having a daughter, having a daughter, a kid, anything, it's like, I'm sure that like made you more driven to become a better coach too. Like,
it just made me become a better, it made me become a better man, dude. Like having a kid really puts you in a different mind frame. And we're all not perfect, but you try your best to get your kid to understand that you're the best for them.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at things. That's how I go about things. And honestly, man, having a kid it changed my life for the better, and I'm blessed to have her, man.
Blessed.
You have her playing basketball yet, bro?
Man, bro, listen. She wants.
I know she's 5, but
she wants to swim, be a cheerleader, play soccer. I'm like, girl, come on, dog.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I'm around basketball. She tells me already I'm around basketball too much, Daddy. I don't want to play it. I'm like,
that could change easily though. But that's kids.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it, brother. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. She gonna get there.
Eventually, right?
Eventually, she ain't got no choice. She don't understand, but she don't got no choice.
Sooner or later, we're gonna see her on the bench with Joe coaching these guys.
Yeah, bro. She got to do something. She got to do something.
You spoke about your Shahada earlier, man. Tell us a little bit about that. When you
honestly, man, like I said, Qasim known me for a long time, man. And Qasim was always, Qasim and then, Adele and Anise and, so many of my boys back in college, bro, they just always told me that, like, who you are as a person, your heart, your character, bro. Like, you sound like a Muslim.
Yeah.
Right. And my best friend in the entire world, his name is Hasib Iqbal, man. He's from Afghanistan.
Shout out to Hasib.
That's my dog for life. Love him, dog. That's my dog. Yeah. When I moved to Alexandria, he was the first person that I met. And when I met his dad was like, who you are as a person. And 5 minutes into meeting him, he's like, you're a Muslim. I was 12.
That's crazy.
And a lot of people don't know that story. I was 12 years old when I met Hasib. When I'm 30, and we've been best friends since.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So like I said, I don't never defeat any other religions, man. I grew up Christian, bro. I grew up in a Christian household. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that I don't still have, faiths and and think the way my parents do or how my family does, but like who I was as a person and how I wanted to do things for the rest of my life, this is what I wanted to be. So, and that's why I took it, and that's what I took it, bro. So
all that stuff, your family, your upbringing, everything you went through, it created a foundation like of who you are,
Yes.
So like all of that made you like a great human being, that you are today, bro.
My dog, I appreciate you, man. For real, man. That's love, bro. That's love.
What are your I want to ask you this too. Like, what's your future goals in mind when it comes to coaching? Like, you're a varsity coach now, but like, where do you see yourself?
I definitely want to go to both of best worlds. Like, so I want to be able to coach basketball in college, and then after that, my main goal is to become an NBA developmental coach. I want to development and train pros, get on a plane, ride out, sit on the bench, make money,
Yeah.
and work out NBA dudes for a living. Like that's my goal. That's my love. That's my passion. Like I would really love to do that. And then of course, man, you want to be at the head of the helm and coaching basketball in the NBA. That'll be love, bro. But like I said, man, I got some time. I'm 30 years old, bro. Like, people don't even get to see this position at all ever. So for me to even have saw it, like I'm blessed, man. And if the sky's the limit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
you definitely bound to get there, bro. You keep on staying on this track. You know what I'm saying? Executing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You got it, bro. Just
my dog. I appreciate both of y'all, man.
We gonna come back again. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're gonna interview you again. Oh well, get you on the podcast.
Oh yeah, it's not the only time you're gonna be here, bro.
Later on,
I appreciate y'all.
We're gonna meet you there. You know,
my dog. I appreciate y'all. For sure.
I know when we had our like frustrated moments of being like a fan of our local sports teams, bro. You know when we watched the Wizards and all that stuff, all these coaches in the past, you're like, what are they doing? I know you had these reactions with it, but who was the one Wizards coach that frustrated you the most? And I think I know off the top of my head, but I don't want to say it until you say it.
Scott Brooks.
I knew it.
Scott Brooks, bro. I used to be blown. I'm like, man, scoring 130 points a game is cool. But when you're giving up 150, you're not winning games.
Right.
Like, why are you not holding your players accountable? Why you don't hold your players accountable for playing defense on the basketball court, bro? Like, you got to play both ways. And he just wasn't holding guys accountable, and it was terrible. We'd seen it for 5-6 years at a time. I'm like, bro, this has got to stop. It has got to stop.
No, that's good.
Well, Durant and Westbrook, 2 superstars, and Harden, 3. He had 3 superstars. That really like masked his like coaching weaknesses for real.
Right, but
you really seen it with the Wizards.
Yeah, you got 3 top 75 guys in the league, bro. Like, you're bound to be great.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're bound to be great. So, like, but, like, is it you, Scott, or is it the players?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Scott was frustrated.
He was blowing me, bro. He used to blow me, bro.
Speaking of the NBA, who you go for, man? You always,
man. You know I'm a Wiz fan.
All the local teams
do that, bro.
All the local teams, bro. This is a real
local teams, bro.
I hope to see you on the Wiz bench, man, coaching because they need it,
bro. I'm all local, bro. I love all local teams. Nats, Wiz.
How'd you feel about
Redskins, Commanders, Mystics, Capitals,
all of them.
Senators, all that, bro. I watch tennis, bro. I don't care, bro. What's up? I'm here.
For real.
That's my. I really
in the hometown.
Yeah, man. I wear it on my sleeve, dog. I wear it on my sleeve.
What do you think about? I don't know if we talked about this, but the current Wizards coach, Unseld Jr. What do you think about him?
Well, with Wes Unseld, because his dad played as a Bullet and he's a Hall of Famer and he won us a championship. Wes Unseld brings a different demeanor to our team. He's very, very soft spoken, but he's stern, and the kids and not kids and the NBA players understand where he's coming from. Last year was a year of I don't want to say rebuilding, but we had a lot of pieces going back and forth. Bradley Beal being out, us getting Kristaps Porzingis, Kyle Kuzma had a great year. I just think that with the team that we've built in the last 4 or 5 months, I think this team will be pretty solid. I can't wait to see Bill and Porzingis play together, and it's a good thing that we didn't have to give up Kuzma because I think that he's a great young star in the NBA. Monte Morris and Will Barton, man, I just believe that them coming in and Wes Unseld being under with the Nuggets for the last 8 seasons, and them coming in and having Wes Unseld as their assistant coach, that helps us as an organization. I think Gafford, now that Gafford is really going to be like the 5, where he doesn't have Montrezl Harrell and Thomas Bryant in the back of him trying to figure out if he's going to play more. Me, Rui, and Denny, we don't see eye to eye right now.
Eye to eye yet. I have hope in Rui though.
Eye to eye, bro. Rui got to give me more. He got to give me more. Like
I have to give him a pass.
The little jab, the little jab pull up. Oh, bro, get to the cup. Like, bro, it be blowing me, bro. Denny Avia, like, I think you're a great defender, right? I think that you can really get it done on the defensive end. But as soon as you put the ball in your left hand, Chief, it's dead. You got to get a left hand. You got to be able to shoot the three. Like, we have to be a prominent NBA team. I watch all these NBA teams all the time, and they got 60 to 70% of them all can shoot the damn three.
Right.
Yeah.
We got to have guys to be able to shoot the three if you're going to be on the floor. So, like I said, man, the guys are working. They're working towards a common goal. They're working towards a common thing. And, like, the East is stacked with the Bucks and Sixers and the Celtics and the Heat. Those are the top 4 teams right there. And then you got 4 teams trying to battle for, 2 spots. You know, it's just a lot, bro. But I think we got what it takes, bro.
Yeah,
sure. I like that. That's why I like the recent. That's why I like the recent moves they just made. Not only that, I'm really intrigued to see how this Beal and Porzingis duo works out. I really think they'll work out well.
Yeah, because people don't understand KP. Like, at the end of the day, he's still a 20 points and 8 rebound guy. Like, we ain't 100%. Had that as a 7-footer ever. Like, our last guy was Marshawn Gortat. Bruh, come on.
Right? Yeah. And you have to you had to feed him the shots. You know, like John Wall always had to
you had to give him like you can give Porzingis the ball and he can really, get with his man. Like, I gotta see it. I gotta see it.
And he stretches the floor. He stretches the floor for everyone too.
Yes,
he's gonna open so many things, especially for Bill. Like, I feel like Porzingis on our team right now is gonna even open it up for Bill to have easier shots, especially at the 3. Like, he's not going to be the main focus. Like, there's at least another guy that you can consider a superstar if he stays healthy. That's his problem. But if he can stay healthy, I think they could really make noise though in the East, especially with the role players. The depth they have. Yeah, there's a few more pieces they need to add, but you got a good coach. You got some good role players. They
need to go ahead and hire me, man.
For real.
Go ahead and hire me, man. Hire me, bro. Let me be alongside Wes so I can let him know, like, bro, let me tell you something, bro. Like, you got to get a little stern with these dudes, bro. Like, you got to keep them together, man. But they got to understand the common goal, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a little bit of ump to me, bro. Like, I got a little bit of shoulder with me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They got to get me right.
You just gave the whole script on the whole up. You know what I'm saying?
I literally just gave a script the whole mob, bro. Like, I can really make it shake, bro. They ain't trying, but not right now though. Not right now. Give me a little bit of time.
It's gonna happen though. Time is coming.
For sure. How did you feel about?
But what do you?
Now I'm just gonna ask him. How did you feel about the finals just now?
Dog.
Who is you going for first?
Dog. Steph Curry, bro. Let me tell you something about this light-skinned brother right now, bro.
This light
he might be the best point guard to ever play the game.
I think so.
Say that again.
He said
he might be the best point guard to ever play the game.
And I think so.
Because of what he does on the basketball court.
Right.
How much he attracts and how great he can shoot the ball. How great he can shoot the ball. What he attracts, his adjustments, his counters, how he uses screens, how he passes the ball off the screens.
Off the ball? People don't realize that.
How great he is off the ball. Bro.
Literally. Bro, I
was watching him, bro. I was like, fool. Like, you really are legit.
Like,
yeah.
Like, this ain't no joke. Like, you really do this.
You really are, like, phenomenal.
This is crazy, man. That's serious.
You know, like, it was crazy. It was crazy, but it's like, and it's like what I like about Curry is like his self. Like, he's a superstar. He's a kind of superstar, but he has like no ego. He's very selfless. Like, when Durant came over, he was like, "Yo, you the number one. I'll be the sidekick on this." But
that's a testament. And he still got his. Testament. Yeah, that's a testament of who Steve Kerr is, bro. Like,
yeah,
Steve Steve Kerr instills you in a genre of basketball that remains you to be selfless.
Right.
It makes you understand that the other 8 guys are also very important, and that's how I look at coaching, bro. Like, you got to make sure that 1 through 15 are important, bro.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
facts. That's great you mentioned
That's
that,
true,
because
man.
Steve Kerr does do that. Like, in terms like Qasim just said, when KD came, he definitely, even Curry to Clay to whoever it may be, Iguodala to Autumn, like, you know what I'm saying, KD, you know what I'm saying. It's not like he was like Curry was still the main icon, and then
Right,
He
bro.
took a
But
step
like,
back. He's open to taking a step back,
yeah,
and it shows that.
that's
That's why
great.
you could build. Like, I think you can like add any type of superstar on that team to Curry just based on that, like that quality of him.
Yep.
He'll be able to step back, but still have his, bro. He's still going to drop all the points, everything,
Yep.
that he's
right,
going to do.
right.
So,
There was a
but
comparison
man,
I was watching. It was like between KD. I don't know why it was KD Steph, but in general, they were just talking about how like Steph makes people around him better.
Yeah.
Like, not the fact that he just good, but it's like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I used to hate this, bro. And hate is a strong word, but I used to be on some, bro. Dang, man. Like, we get it. You a shooter, water,
bro.
Chill out, cause I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm one of the biggest LeBron fans, man. I die for that man, man. I need that man to like get all the rings, all the whatever. So it's like, you know what I'm talking about. That series where it was just, man, the Golden State Warriors were just giving us headaches. I was so heated at that moment. Ever since then, I used to be like, bro, even till right now, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm gonna be honest again. I didn't want the Golden States to win this last because I didn't want him to get as much rings as LeBron.
Yeah,
he might have more than him when it's all said and done.
I'm not gonna lie, but
how many rings he has right now? 4. It's 4. Right?
He has 4.
He has 4. Just with like LeBron.
He has
just
4,
got
bro.
4. But right now, I'm with
Wow.
your statement. I'm living off your statement. I'm like, bro, he like 90-95% chance Steph Curry is one of the greatest point guards to play. Because it's like, no matter how much you want him to be stopped, this man finds a way.
He finds a way, bro.
Always, bro.
He's the best. The best shooter, best 3-point shooter of all time, bro. Like, I was at first when people were calling him that, I'm like, he can't. No, there's Reggie Miller, there's Ray Allen, but like the last 5 years or so, I'm like, all right, he got it. I can't even argue that no more. Yeah. But when you said that he's like the greatest point guard ever too, it's like I was asking. I had this like conversation with people about like, is he a let's say top 10 greatest player of all time? Is he in that list now after these finals? And I think you can enter him in that combo.
He got 4. Yeah, bro. He got 4. He got 4 championships, 2 MVPs, 1 final MVP.
He was waiting.
I forget about the MVPs.
He's 2-time scoring champion in the NBA, 8-time All-Star, 1 Finals All-Star appearance. He's number 1 in points, assists, and steals in Warriors history, and he's number 1 in 3-point makes and 3-point percentage in the NBA history, bro.
He got it, bro.
In 12 years.
I gave
that man.
Steph Curry.
In 12 years, bro.
Hey, was that?
He is ridiculous.
Hey, no, I don't know why. Remember this? I remember the draft he was in. Was that the same draft? The Wizards, they traded their draft pick for like Randy Foye and Mike Miller.
Come on, bro.
And that was the same year he was drafted,
bro.
right?
Yes, bro.
We had opportunity to draft him,
bro.
right? Oh man,
yes, bro. We
That's
started
Ernie Grunstone.
We started Randy Foye, Jarvis Hayes, Mike Miller, Darius Sungai. Come on, bro. I can go on and on, bro. Like my Wizards palette is ridiculous.
I remember.
Right.
It's ridiculous, but I really can go.
I think the Wizards they kind of. I'm more frustrated with the Wizards than the Redskins or Commanders, whatever you want to call it, with that stuff.
I mean, that's another conversation. That's another.
Yeah,
conversation
it is though.
Have another day.
Ernie Grunfeld was notorious to get rid of draft picks, man. Notorious,
bro. He's annoying.
I also like read about like Ernie Grunfeld. Remember Eddie Jordan, a coach? Even though he couldn't coach,
a great coach.
He didn't coach good defense. Yeah, he was a good coach. I liked him, but he didn't like. We had a bad defense with him, but we would still score more than what we would like give up.
Yeah, but
which
also
kind of like made him better than Scott Brooks.
Right, but we had Gil, we had Larry Hughes, we had Karan Butler, we had Antoine Jameson. Like those guys were prolific guys in the league, and a lot of guys wasn't outscoring them. So I mean, I feel what you're saying for sure.
Yeah. He was a great coach, but then there was a lot I just recently like learned about their relationship, Eddie Jordan and Grunfeld, where like Grunfeld will say one thing to Eddie Jordan, but to like the rest of the management make it look like, you know, that he gets more credit than Eddie Jordan. Like
Right.
I think he said this recently in an interview. I gotta find it and send it to you. But I'm like hearing that stuff is like it just reminded me how much it used to piss me off of Grunfeld's moves would make, and like how Eddie Jordan, man, deserves a lot more credit for that era. Like people give Grunfeld credit for making the team, the roster, getting Gilbert, and all this stuff. But Eddie Jordan, man, like Eddie Jordan's a coach that really deserves his flower that no one talks about nowadays. You know, he was coach.
Nah, he
coached
doesn't.
us. I remember he was the coach of the All-Star game. The Eastern Conference, like that means
because
that
we were
had
nice.
the best record
we were nice that year.
at one point. Yeah, man. And so like, though, I just missed that. I miss Eddie Jordan though as a coach. I remember that was a fun era. Though.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely, bro. We was getting that area for sure.
Princeton style offense. Dallas's offense. But
I'm curious, man. Kobe or LeBron?
I don't think he's a fan of LeBron like that.
I mean, you are millennial.
Hey, look, man. I'm gonna answer two questions.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm taking Kobe over LeBron. I'm taking Jordan over LeBron.
I say no more.
Dang.
But why though?
I'm curious. You might get a lot of backlash for this. So just
Listen, man. I haven't. You said that Curry. You was like, bro, I can't stand Curry, bro. It was a time in my life where I couldn't stand LeBron.
LeBron, I feel that.
Because you know what, and look, bro. I think he's on Mount Rushmore. I think he's one of the top 5 players ever to play this basketball game. Right. He will exceed, the accolades of, the accomplishments and all that other stuff, man. But for you to hold this guy up on a pedestal, right, and for him to not seize the moments. Now, I'm not saying he hasn't seized the moments. Earlier in his career, he wasn't seizing these moments, and they were giving him still these flowers. That's what didn't sit right with me. That didn't sit right with me. But now that I see Braun, I'm like, you know what, bro? I understand. I get what you're saying.
I feel.
But then what happened to Carson? You all right?
Yeah, with something.
Probably his internet. Yo, Carson, what's up with your internet, bro?
He got that Bollywood internet.
Let me just.
Invite him, though. Invite.
Okay, good? I'm right here. I'm good. You'll see me. All right, we're good. But not just.
I was just saying, bro. Like, LeBron's probably gonna shatter every accolade, bro. But Jordan, I think he's the greatest player to ever play the game because of who he is and how fearless he was, and how much he endured. He just puts me in the mood, right? He puts me in that mood to go hoop. He shows me, the difference of, like I was talking to one of my homeboys one day, and he was like, it wasn't Jordan's fault that he was the best in his time.
Yeah.
Like, why are you shying away from his greatness because nobody else is better than him? Mm-hmm. There's people in LeBron's era that win in LeBron's era. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Now, the game has evolved. I'm not saying that these guys are much better than what Jordan had to play against, but Jordan averaged 38 in the finals, bro.
Mhm.
If he got to the big show,
Never.
he wasn't losing.
Mm-hmm.
When you
Okay.
He
get to
went to
the
the
show, you
finals
don't
6 times.
lose, bro.
Yeah,
And
that
he
says a
won
lot. And
6
yeah,
times, bro. And
there's
his
that. I think
accolades,
that was the
it's just,
frustration.
yeah, bro. And the accolades just over exceed. Like it's just crazy. And
Yeah.
what gives me Kobe the nod, and God rest his soul. Um, Kobe, man,
A killer,
his
bro. He was a
demeanor,
killer.
his aura, his want and will. Like I used to watch Kobe and be like, damn, bro, like why you? He never wanted to quit.
Yep.
He never wanted to stop, bro.
That's
He
right.
didn't take games off if he was tired. He was just trying to always kill his opponent and then
Right.
be great in practice, be great for his teammates, bro. And it's like you can't pass up on something like that, bro.
That's
They
facts.
had that. I think they had that killer instinct that people they're never gonna forget. Like, people used to call it arrogance from Kobe and even MJ, but Kobe hated passing to people in games where like he's seen that you don't even work in practice. Like
Right.
he's like, why am I gonna give you the ball
Yeah, I remember that.
and not shoot if I don't even see you in practice? You barely
Right,
there.
right.
And Kobe was the guy that's like he's there before practice and after practice. Like
Right.
that
Right.
was his life. You know.
Right.
So like
Exactly, bro.
I remember the story with him and Smush Parker. Like how he hated Smush Parker. When Kobe he had a bad Lakers squad that year. He had Kwame
Yeah,
Brown,
yeah,
Smush Parker, all these guys.
yeah.
So he was just shooting, never passing it to none of these guys,
That's great.
bro. Never passing it to none of these guys. He's like one of the worst players he's ever played with.
Right.
Was Smush Parker, man. Kobe was funny though too.
Yeah.
People don't realize low key
Yeah,
how
for sure,
hilarious Kobe
bro.
was though. But man, yeah, that just shows like Kobe was also like man my favorite player of all time probably, man.
Yeah, yeah, for
You
sure. And
know,
that's real. That's real.
man.
But like I
Yeah.
said, man, with Bron, man, he's getting up in age. Do I want to see him win more? Absolutely not. But I can understand why he does.
I didn't
I
expect you to say that.
Yo, Kyrie might be coming to the Lakers, though. Is he?
Yeah, if Kyrie comes to the Lakers,
He said Kyrie.
because honestly, bro, what's going on in the West right now with the Lakers
Yeah.
roster, they're not going nowhere, bro.
They're not.
Right.
You got the
Absolutely.
Grizzlies, you got the Mavs, you got the Suns. You know what I'm saying? You got the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? You got the Clippers now. They got my man John Wall, bro. Like
Hey,
I'm telling you,
Clippers are a team to
bro,
watch out for.
They are
Yeah.
fool.
And Ty Lue, people don't like. Even players say
He's
this
a
about
great
Ty Lue. They
coach.
say,
He's a great
yeah,
coach.
he's one of the like they say already one of the best coaches in the NBA right now. Like
Yeah, bro.
Draymond just
He
said it in
gets
an
it done.
interview, like I seen the other day, and like I seen it. He made it like think of it this way too. Like Ty Lue, he made it to the playoffs without Kawhi and Paul George all year long. He didn't have them, and still made the
Yeah.
playoffs with that Clippers squad. That tells you about
And then like
his coaching.
even with Minnesota getting Rudy Gobert, bro. Like, fool. You got
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards, D'Angelo Russell, Cat, and Rudy Gobert on the same team, man.
Yeah.
Like, come
Man.
on, dog. It's gonna be all right, fool. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna be a hell of a season. This
For sure, bro.
Speaking of that though, that drive and that killer instinct though, it's like that's what frustrates me about right now. The Lakers is Anthony Davis. Like I don't see that in him.
bro.
Like sometimes,
Kevin
or not even
Garnett,
sometimes, a lot. Yeah. Kevin
Every
Garnett
time
actually referred that.
every time I see Anthony Davis, I always say, shouldn't every baby be a Gerber baby? He just be acting like a baby, bro. Like,
literally,
shut up.
he
Shut
needs
up.
to step
Go
it up,
move.
bro.
You make
Yeah.
millions of dollars, bro.
It's like
Every
he
time
got one and got
something-
comfortable.
Bro, every time something happened to him, bro, he get to acting like a pansy, bro. Like, stop doing that. It's annoying, bro. I would be
JJ
so
Redick.
annoyed.
Right.
JJ Redick made a point on Anthony Davis right now. He was like, by the way, I've been watching a lot of JJ Redick like takes or like interviews too, because he's good. Like I didn't realize how knowledgeable he is too when it comes to the game. I mean, of course he made it to the NBA, but I didn't actually realize it, like how much he knows and like even about players and just all that stuff. But he said something about Anthony Davis where like he's never been like when he's the best player on a team, his team has never done anything. And like when he's playing with someone like a superstar like LeBron, like he doesn't even take advantage of that. Like he should be averaging 20 plus,
Right.
10 plus every game, but yet he's like still not doing it. And then when he's like the second best player on the team,
Literally.
they don't do much. He should, the type of skill set Anthony Davis has, and he's the second best player on the team. That team should be very, very good, you know. And why is that not happening? You know, that's why I think they got to get rid of him and Westbrook though. Like if LeBron wants to win the finals, I don't see him winning it with Anthony Davis and Westbrook.
It's Kyrie, bro. Give them Kyrie, and they
hurry up, get Durant and Kyrie over there or something.
They get Durant and LeBron on the same team, or so.
I'd be like, bro, I'm not even watching NBA, bro.
If that happens,
I'm not even gonna watch the league for what?
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Yo, let me get your. Let's say I give us a lineup. You got no benches though, just straight 5 lineup. Who you getting? I'm trying to see.
In the NBA right now or all time?
Like current players, or what are you talking about?
Just current players, and then I want to see current players.
Current players right now at the 5. At the 5 right now, I'm gonna go Jokic from Denver. At the 4, I go Giannis.
Smart.
Can't argue those two.
At the 3, right now, I go Braun.
Hey.
At the 2, right now.
Dang. At the 2.
At the 2 right now, I probably go Devin Book. And at the 1, I go Steph Curry.
Hey, LeBron. Hey, you know LeBron wants to play with Curry, right?
That's who I would
one
go
more year
with.
on his contract.
Well, that's a tough one, man. I'll give it to you. Devin Book. Well, why Devin Book at the 2?
He's a dog.
His ceiling is so high, and I'm a Bradley Beal guy. I think Bradley Beal will. I just haven't seen Bradley Beal do it by himself. Now, Phoenix has a way better team and what they do with what they do as a team.
Right.
So him getting the shots that he gets and all that other good stuff, man. I see why he succeeds. I just think he got a lot of game, bro. The brother can just hoop.
He can hoop.
Yeah, he can just hoop, bro.
Bubble Devin Book was something else too.
Yes, sir.
What was that?
For sure.
Bubble Devin Booker.
Like, yeah.
For sure,
man. That's why I think it's so great for him that he has Chris Paul on his team. Like that's up in his game too. But there's a certain block with Devin right now. Like he got to get past. There's something that he just got to get past for me to say, oh yeah, this guy's the best shooting guard in the league.
I feel it. You know, because I left.
I mean, he's young. He's young though.
I left Luka off there. I left, you know, but are you taking Luka or Steph Curry right now? Like this is hard, bro. The NBA is just so flooded with great talent that you just
it's hard. It's hard to pick, but that's a good lineup though, right there. But what about your top? What's your top 5 of all time, like players of all time? I know that's a tough one, but
it's tough. It's tough. But I'll go Steph at the 1, MJ at the 2, Bron at the 3, and then it gets really, really chippy from here. At the 4, probably Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And at the
Mr.
5,
Fundamental.
For sure. And at the 5, I go to the most dominant player ever. I go Shaq.
Oh yeah, Shaq.
He was dominant.
I always like indecisive.
Don't send them to the line.
Between Olajuwon or Shaq. Nah, between Olajuwon or Shaq, I'm always indecisive. But Shaq's dominance is I don't think you've seen that before, bro.
Right.
Magic, early Lakers days. Shaq, no one could like see him 1-on-1, bro, in the post.
Absolutely not, bro. Absolutely.
Man, Joe, it was a pleasure, my brother. We ain't want to keep you any longer. We got your top 5s legends and now, you know what I'm saying?
My dogs, man. I had such a good time, man.
Of course,
I would
man.
love to do this more.
Yeah,
I would love to get it. I would love to get in some skits, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
It's cool.
Oh, we have to.
You know,
we
and,
need those skits. Now we can get you
and
in
one thing that I am doing on August 20th that I wanted to put out there is I'm having my second annual No Sleep Sports and my boy AJ's No Capital ENT. We're having our second annual basketball tournament.
Okay,
it's going to be in Arlington on August 20th. I would love for everybody to come out and support. $600.
Sure.
It's $600 to enter, $2,500 to win for the guys that's playing basketball. I'm gonna have vendors, live DJ. It's gonna be a live D&B concert with rappers. I'm giving away backpacks. I'm giving away backpacks full of school supplies. I'm gonna try to have barbers out there giving out kids haircuts for school, bro. So I have so many. I'm gonna have food trucks and all sorts of things, face paint, snow cones, man. I'm gonna try to do it big one time, like a big block party, man. So please,
that's gonna be
all you guys, please show up.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, the Halal Wrist. I'll send the flyer to you guys, and you guys can post as you can.
I will,
if you please. And alhamdulillah, man. I wish everybody comes and supports and has a good time, eat well, and just fellowship and just have a good time with each other, bro.
No, for sure. I'll also take down the info from you in terms of like location, flyer, all that. I'll add that in the bio when we come down to post the video. You know what I'm saying? All the information you just stated will be down below in the bio for everybody. You heard it here first. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate
you, man. Come out here, man. Come get some love.
We definitely gonna be there. We definitely gonna be there. Yeah, for sure.
Put a mob and see if you win this bread, bro. Let me get the East African mob. I need the East African mob.
We're gonna be out there, bro.
Tell everybody we know. You know what I'm saying? Make sure
for sure.
Before then, so they'll see it too. And for sure.
Me and LT might have to be the play-by-play analyst though for this tournament.
Talk to me, man. Come on.
But we're definitely there to support for sure, though.
Yeah, sure. We gonna be there for sure. I promise you that. And I don't know if you've been to the Halal Wrist restaurant yet.
I haven't, man. But I tell Soph all the time, man. I gotta pull up.
Stop by. Well, if you want to, you know what I'm saying, you got my number. I'm gonna slide it to you after this. Definitely you pulling up. You want to pull up weekend, weekday. If I'm not working, we'll get there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
My dog, I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, for sure. We gonna be there, man. It's a pleasure. You already know, man. I am your host, LT. This is,
and I'm Possum.
K Sam's in the building, and we got guest
Joe T, baby. No sleep. Gang. It's gang. If it's not gang, it's nothing.
It's nothing, man. You already know. You are tuning into the Halal Wrist Podcast. And when the prayers go up, let's say it together, man.
The blessings come down.
Yes. The blessings come down. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Gang.